Hey, welcome back to the channel. And this week we sculpt Penny from the Proud family. So check it out.
The Proud family. What? Alright, so another week, and today we're sculpting Penny Proud from the Proud family, like I said. And with all the sculptures that I've done and will continue to do, I have the wire armature with some foil, trying to just shape it to get the right pose, getting the lean in the hips from the reference I had. And I just started to build from the base, giving her a platform to be standing on, and just built up from her feet, adding clay as I went along. Right here I'm just carving out to get the shapes as correct as I can. Wasn't a whole lot of turnaround reference that I could find, so I just went off of the show, watched the show, and paused it every time I seen a different angle from her. I also used some other references I seen on Pinterest from other people, other artists doing 3D models of her head or something, but I tried to get the likeness as close as I could. For her, the hardest part from the pose that I picked was her head. It's not really her head shape, but getting her eyes and proportions from her eyes to mouth, getting those right was probably the most important part. I think I did a pretty good job on it. Right here, carving her eyes out, putting these white plastic pieces in there, or half spheres, and just using those as the eyeballs and just placing clay around to get the right eye shape. While I was sculpting this, also I watched this video on like the history of the Proud family. It's pretty good. I'll link it down below. It's a pretty good video essay on the show. Definitely worth watching. And he also does other animated shows, so should check it out. Now that I got the basic head shapes down, I placed the head back onto her body and just slowly carving out just the basic shapes of it. I think as a kid I only watched maybe the first season. Yeah, I didn't watch a whole lot of the Proud family, but the season I did watch, it was good. I liked it. here I'm doing her lips. From the image I had, it was kind of hard to see how far her lips protruded out. So I was just trying to like give it my best guess from the image I used and other images from the show on pause, just trying to estimate how far they went out. I think at the end of it, she kind of just looks like she would be in like a newer version of like Jimmy Neutron or something like that. It's like the vibe I got from her after. And also with the pose that I picked, her with her arms crossed was a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So I had to do some small changes to just make it fit better for like what I wanted to do. Yep, so I'm still carving, getting the shapes right. Kind of wish I would have probably made her a little bit taller, like would have scaled up her body a little bit more, but I think it was a good. Right here, I'm chopping her arms off so I could smooth out the body more, and then lay the clothes down underneath her, and then I added in her arms later and gave it more detail. And here's her more smoothed it out. Adding in her skirt. After this, I added her sweater and her collar and her shirt. And I never knew that they made a Proud Family movie, so definitely got to watch that one, see how that turned out. Because from the show, like most of anime shows back in the day, there was always like some sort of lesson that like as a kid I was able to relate to, and so I want to see what the movie was about. From this whole pandemic, I've been watching a lot more shows, a lot more animated and live action shows and movies, and rewatching a bunch of movies, and probably like most of you that are watching this. So, what are some movies that you guys would recommend that maybe I haven't watched yet? Because now that when I go on Netflix or HBO or Amazon, just nothing on because I've already seen everything. Using the big rake that I had right there was very satisfying because it just like ripped off a bunch of pieces at once. So definitely use a big rake if you have one. And right here, adding the last pieces, which is her hair and smaller details. So I hope you guys liked the video. Next week it's going to be a fun one. I'm not going to say what it is, but you'll see it next week. And have a great week. I'll see you next Sunday.